there aren't very many races left in the season, and somehow Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s crew has completely screwed him out of a championship right now. The good news is we're still in the lead of the standings. The bad news is we're going to probably 3 of my worst tracks back to back to back, which is Phoenix, Rockingham, and Homestead. I think now more than ever, I am more concerned about the title because of who is now chasing behind me. I was concerned about Dale Jr. He was dominant for the most part, but now I got Jeff Gordon behind me. And that's a little bit more scarier than Dale Jr. because Gordon is a previous, Cup winner. He's won 4 championships in his career, most recently being 2001. Dale Jr. hasn't won a single title yet. And Mark Martin has basically been a non-factor as the defending series champion. So if you ask me, I think now I'm more or less concerned, but that's about all I can really say. Everything else has to come out on the racetrack, and Phoenix is one of those tracks where I don't have the best car, but I do have something inside of me called determination. So with determination, we're going to go ahead and select our best chassis that we have in our shop. We will select actually one of our better motors, since I want to work on motor number 2 as well prior to the season ending. And we're going to use our best body that we can bring to the track as well. So a 67 overall rated car. Probably not the greatest in hindsight or in theory, but this is what we got to work with for a few races. And as long as I can bring this car back without major damage to it, I think we'll be well in line for Rockingham, at least to just be there and just continue our forward momentum. I think we can technically seal the title with a 15th place finish in the standings each of these weeks, I think. But I'm also no mathematician. Well, let's go racing, shall we? I don't like how they've messed up, Phoenix. This was a great and unique track. In real life now, it runs like every other 1.5-mile track that NASCAR goes to, but my gosh, turn 1 and 2 is like butter. Down into 3 and 4 here. I mean, I'm not too concerned about starting up front. I'm more concerned about how will this car react in traffic around other cars. That's my biggest concern. As we get pole position right off the top of the first, lap. Okay. I will take a pole. We've been lulled into a false sense of security with these poles where I don't do so hot. So I'll just complete this last lap just for ceremony's sake, and we'll get ready for the race.
You got the pole.
Means nothing, crew chief. Just letting you know.
Joe Moore and Barney Hall from the beautiful Arizona desert at the 1-mile Phoenix International Raceway for today's Checker Auto Parts 500K. Tell us more about this unique track, Barney.
Boy, it's beautiful here, right at the base of the Australia Mountains, and this is quite an interesting racetrack. First, it's known as the world's fastest 1-mile oval. Add to that the fact that each corner is slightly different, and it all adds up to some great racing.
The MB&A car looks to continue his top 5 streak with a good finish here.
People get so concerned with wins. Me, I'll take consistent top
What
5
streak?
all year long over a win.
I literally finished 18th last week.
In the top 5, a win is just around the corner.
Dale Jarrett was part of one of the tightest point battles in NASCAR history in 1997. He ended up finishing second to Jeff Gordon.
And he didn't finish second by much, only 14 points, and Mark Martin wasn't too far behind either. Those last couple of races in a season are pretty exciting when a championship is on the line.
Kenny Wallace must have had problems in qualifying this week.
You're right, it's going to be tough for him. You get so used to starting up front, and then you have an off week and you have to start towards the back. Then when race day comes, you feel like you passed 1,000 cars at the end. And worse yet, sometimes you never make it to the front.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Seriously, what was Joe Moore and them talking about? My top 5 streak ended last week. So yeah, I don't know what they were talking about, but here we go. Green flag.
The 24 car. It's up on number
I'm gonna use this car to the best of my abilities. I got to. I sliced across Jeff Gordon's nose there. It's not Dale Jr. I have to worry about. Now it's Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr. And it's kind of frustrating that they keep qualifying around me. Okay. All we have to do now is just run our race. We should be fine. Car is mad tight in turns 3 and 4 here.
2682. Good lap. Number 8 is down low. Okay.
I knew Dale Jr. was down low, so I went ahead and just let him by. I feel like if I just don't fight with him enough, we'll be okay, because then I can make a move on him. Close the door.
Got one eye.
Get on him. I couldn't push him up the track far enough.
2666.
And he has some serious drive off.
We're faster than the leader. Let's get up there. You're right there with the leader. Stay with it.
Okay, no big deal. Might have been a bad idea to let Junebug by, but not the end of the world. He's just leading some laps. He's neutralizing the gap between he and I, and actually closing the gap to he and Jeff Gordon, which is perfect.
2662.
Keep coming. We're getting there.
So I don't have to worry too much about this.
Number 8 is outside. You've got the lead.
And into the wall we go.
Fenders on it.
Clear all around.
And into the wall a second time we go.
7-9.
Come on, buddy. Push it. We can pick up some.
Because sunlight is in my face again. All right, now that I fixed the annoying sunlight,
All pipe. All clear, buddy.
we are now third.
Him is in your rear view mirror.
Really struggled with the sunlight in my eye. Got a little bit of damage. Definitely was loose that time around. Not sure why.
29.
Had to move my mic closer. Make sure you guys heard me.
Gas
Because
tank.
I'm actually sitting a little bit further back now too. But right now, we're not looking too bad. Just got a little bit of a sliding issue.
The leader's got you by 2 seconds.
And I think this is fine. I mean, all things considered, being third to Dale Jr. and Tony Stewart is not the end of the world. I am concerned about Jeff Gordon.
Got one outside.
Stay alert.
Gonna go ahead and get into Tony Stewart.
Racing high. All clear, buddy.
Now I just need to set sail and go after Dale Jr. because he's got a 2-second gap now.
Try to keep him behind you.
I was concerned about Tony Stewart being my rival a few races back at Richmond.
Rear's getting warm.
Right now, I'm not too concerned because he's not actually in the picture anymore. So screw Tony Stewart for now. Really do appreciate him, though. I respect Tony Stewart.
27-31.
Let's get to work now. Leader's pulling away. I'm clocking the leader at about 2 seconds ahead.
So I'm chasing after my once true rival for the title, which is Dale Jr. Now Jeff Gordon is actually further behind, and he's beginning to fall back because Tony Stewart's holding him up. And honestly, these tires are not helping. I think the car might be just a tick too loose, but this is actually what's helping the car. So I can't tighten the car, because if I do, I don't think we're gonna have a car to compete with. So we're kind of locked into this current setup situation. So I apologize now, but I am going to be I'm going to be sliding a lot from here on out. Car's just too loose.
We got some cars headed down pit road.
Now there's a bigger gap to Dale Jr. Also, don't lose a spot to Jeff Gordon. I think we'll be fine. There's no way I can catch Dale Jr.
The 24 car, up high.
It'd have to be a very gutsy play. I'm also considering going ahead and just repairing the damage. I think that's what we'll do. I'll also go another half round down. I know the car is loose as all heck, but I don't know. I think this will actually work out. That's what I feel. I'm getting held up on pit road. We're just points racing at this point. I'm trying to win races, but we're definitely in a points situation at this point. We can't really do too much more. Just got to stay ahead of people. Excuse me, Michael Waltrip, you're in the way. Oh, if it isn't Sterling Marlin, my rival. In my way.
That's the quickest one so far.
There's Jeff Gordon. Looks like he got held up on pit road. I'm able to pass him. Come on, Sterling. You don't want this.
26, 36.
That was your best lap of the day.
The 40 car is outside.
Take it easy on the...
I will wreck you, bro. Come on. Out of the way. You're in my way.
The 40 car.
Gosh.
Clear all around.
These rivals, I mean, come on, man. You're in the way. I'm chasing the championship. You're nowhere near it. Get out of my way, bro. You don't even have a teammate fighting for a title right now. Like, stay out the way, bro.
66.
Keep coming. We're getting there.
I don't know who the race leader is right now, but whoever the leader is definitely putting a number on the field. Who is the leader? Ricky Rudd. Also, the undercut on Jeff Gordon really worked out, so I'm happy with the current result where I'm ahead of him. And going half around down on the wedge actually was a good idea.
Looks like some of the leaders are headed down pit road.
Well, there's a 2 car coming down pit road.
26, 36.
That's as quick as you've been all day. Take care of those Goodyear Eagles.
You know what would be insane? A caution.
The 88 car just bumped you.
Gotta get past the 21. Gotta get past the 21. Gotta get past the 21. He is out of fuel. That man ran himself out of fuel. Gotta get past. What in the world? I did not expect him to slow down right there.
31, 36.
Oh,
Let's get up there.
I'm so sorry to Dale Jarrett. And I took out my rival in the 40 car. Oh my gosh. That is complete pandemonium. What happened? How do you run yourself out of fuel? Like, did the 21 forget that pit stops exist? I don't know what to do. A part of me says pit. It looks like we're on the lead lap. There are 11 cars on the lead lap. I'm not pitting. We're going to stay out. Ricky Rudd and Rusty Wallace were the ones who pit. Okay. Rusty Wallace pit a second time?
His car is off the track. Green flag is in the air. The track is clear.
I'm so sorry to Dale Jarrett. I know he's like really mad, but I had no idea. Nothing was called out to me like saying, hey, there's a car moving slow on the track. So there goes my plans of making sure the car wasn't damaged ahead of the next Speedway event.
Gotta keep the tires in good shape to be...
But I think we now have a chance to win this thing. What was that mess? Man. I guess if it wasn't me hitting Dale Jarrett, it would have been somebody else hitting somebody. So I'm the one that initiated it all. There we go. I'm the initiator. I just can't catch this Dale Jr. guy.
Okay, we're clear.
Oh wait, I lied. I think I'll be able to catch Dale Jr. now. Oh, I definitely think we got the run.
27, 26.
Making up some time.
No, not a yellow. Why? This race will win under caution.
More tires won't help.
Liquidate all of NASCAR now. Just liquidate the whole entire series. They just gave Dale Jr. a win. Liquidate the whole series. It's over. It was the 48 car losing some debris. Congrats to Dale Jr. for winning again, and I finished second.
Hey, nothing wrong with a second place finish.
Not many drivers led a lap in this race.
Well, to be honest, Joe, I'm a little surprised that we didn't have more leaders. Just goes to show that with the right setup and the right strategy, you really can dominate a NASCAR Winston Cup race.
The MB&A car suffered some damage in this one and ultimately paid the price for it.
Well, I say it over and over again. Take care of your car, it'll take care of you. And guess what? When you don't, it can get ugly.
The 53 car had some problems on the track with the 40 car.
I'm not sure how all this got started, but now that they have a little history on the track, it'll be something to watch in the weeks ahead.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for now. Thanks for joining us. So long. We'll see you next week at the North Carolina Speedway.
I don't know what's more disappointing. The fact that we had a chance to actually get the win from Dale Jr. in a bang, like last lap pass. That's like a chance because, you know, anything could have happened, obviously. Or the fact that NASCAR threw a caution for a piece of debris a lap from the end of the race, granting him a win. Not sure how I feel about that. But anyways, I finished second behind Dale Jr., Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, and Jeff Burton rounded out your top 5. Down the rest of the order, you've got Dale Jarrett, Ricky Rudd, Mark Martin, Jimmy Johnson, and Rusty Wallace finishing in the top 10, with Ward Burton finishing 11th. Then even further down, you've got the 24 car, who finishes the race one lap down in 35th. What is this points battle? Does nobody really want to challenge me at this point? Or are we just getting that lucky? Because I cannot explain how the 21 car ran out of fuel on the track and still finished in the top 10. And Rusty Wallace, who was going down pit road on that lap where Ricky Rudd ran out of fuel, finishes all of his service, is still in the lead lap, comes back out on track and pits again after still being listed as second place because he was the only other car not lapped down. I had to unlap myself from Ricky Rudd because if not, I would have been back in like fighting for 12. So, wow. I think the 21 car just like rigged that whole entire race and just hoped that nobody ran him over. Honestly, that's what I feel. Hands up, I feel that way. Whatever. Wood Brothers, that's a little shiesty there, but whatever. Ricky Rudd, I guess, was trying to make something happen because he knows that he might be out of the seat next season. So, who knows? So I'm here in the shop already, and I'm looking at this stuff. We've got to fix some things. Obviously, we can't repair anything on the chassis or on the body side because we're already doing that. What we can do is look at the motors and make a change here, make a decision to fix something. So right now, I am definitely thinking overhauling this engine right here for $263,000 because we have $394 to work with would be a good idea. Make that our second Speedway engine, and we'll leave one engine as generic because that generic engine will be the short track road course hybrid motor. And I mean, just the buff that this, like, look at the overhaul. So first of all, don't look at the numbers on the left. The numbers on the left are the current condition. Let's look at the numbers on the right of that. So 100, 63, 59, and 72. If we were just to repair this, we would be doing ourselves a disservice into season 3. If we overhaul it, look at the jump. 5 points of power and 2 extra points of efficiency, which means that we would have a really efficient motor for the speedways. I'm going to go ahead and book that in. Let's get that started for the next 2 races. I don't remember exactly how much that was. I don't remember how much I just paid for that. I'm gonna err on the side of caution, add an extra 30,000 to it, so we have 101,000 to work with. We won't be able to really do anything else into next season, minus of course fixing some chassis for the Speedway, but I don't really think it's going to be that necessary yet for me to worry about that. So going into the Rockingham event, it looks like Dale Jr. is now back in second, while Jeff Gordon falls tremendously from second down to 4th. But I am now probably mathematically 1 race away from mathematically sealing this title over Dale Earnhardt Jr. So as long as nothing bad happens to me at Rockingham, we could actually see ourselves winning the title in our second season, our sophomore season. We could be sophomore season champions. That's insane to think about. Well, we're almost there, guys. 2 more races. Season is almost over, and it's been a heck of a ride. Thank you for everybody who's been sticking around. Don't forget, we do have a 3rd season that's going to be in the works, and I can't wait to get that one started. But we're almost done with season 2. Looking forward to it. If you like today's video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Be easy, everybody.